Welcome to the first Rugby Thoughts by Driving More. This will be a series of vlogs where I talk about, so give my opinion on hot topics within rugby. I'm back in the back seat of the car, and today we heard about Joe Marler pulling out of England's tour to Australia. So I just want to give my thoughts on that, and also the sort of player welfare on the mental side of things. So clearly, Joe Marler's had well documented his issues around the Samson Lee comments during the Six Nations and the fast that the Six Nations Committee made of that. And then his kicking a player, and he just come back from that ban. And obviously his revelations since then that he's decided to reach out and get help from a sports psychologist. Now that he's pulled out the England tour, personally, I think it's a very courageous decision and one that he should be congratulated for. We've been talking a lot on the player welfare side recently about players being forced to play through injuries, and when they've wanted to say no to playing because they're not at 100%, but being either forced or coerced by the coaches or the playing or the squad, and feeling that basically their livelihoods are on the line if they don't agree to do it. So I think I say yes, thumbs up, well done, good call, and I think you should be applauded for doing so. It does bring about a number of questions, though. I'm surprised that more teams don't have a sports psychologist as part of the general staff. If you look at the programs such as the British Olympic cycling squad, who have been very successful over the last few years, one of the pieces they put in is having a sports psychologist to talk through with the sportsmen and sportswomen. So, and when I talked about Schumann, I'm sorry if I've gone and butchered the pronunciation of his surname, who is the high performance manager for the Lions Super Rugby Club, Super Rugby side. He mentioned that yes, they do have a sports psychologist. They can't afford to have one full time. But they do work with sports psychologists for their squads. Personally, I think it's something that the clubs that can afford it should have in from the academy stage. If Joe Marler, for example, had been having bi-weekly or fortnightly meetings with the sports psychologist all the way since he was in the academy, there wouldn't be a stigma with talking to these people. If everyone in the academy and everyone in the pro squad is doing it, then you don't know. No one is calling out for help. It's just a natural meeting that everyone goes to. So there's no stigma around it, and people aren't being targeted or being seen to call out for help. If all they do in that chat is talk about how their dog is or whatever, it doesn't matter. It gives them a place, a time where, if and when they need, they can talk things through. It gives an independent voice to bounce ideas off. When I've gone to various counselling sessions, a lot of it has been around more of a mentoring, more of a questioning, asking you for your thoughts, and helping you think through things, as well as giving you tools to handle situations. So there you go. There's my thoughts on that. I think it's a courageous decision, and I also think that more teams should have a sports psychologist on the staff that regularly talks to all the players. Do subscribe to the channel, please, and to get updates of all the future ones, future Rugby Thoughts topics I'll be covering. We'll be looking at quick conversions. I'll be talking about the TMO and the technology they have, and I'll also be looking at things such as what's shown in the grounds. So those are three of the topics that I'll be covering. So do subscribe and enjoy the rugby this weekend, guys.